Have you ever wondered why you must beg and pay the state for permission? Well, it is because, as far as the corporate state is concerned, you are not traveling in your private property. You are driving a motor vehicle, registered with the state. Let's break this down. It all begins with registration. That's the waiver of rights. The word register comes from the Latin regus, which means of the king. Historically, whatever property you register, the controlling interest is granted to whomever you register the property with. You surrender legal title to the state, getting back a certificate of use. The state gets controlling interest, turning your property into collateral held in trust for the public debt. The license plate is their commercial advertisement, identifying state property available for plunder by road pirates. So, what is a motor vehicle? Federal law spells it out in 18 U.S. Code Section 31. Every description of carriage or other contrivance propelled or drawn by mechanical power and used for commercial purposes for the transportation of passengers, goods, or cargo. The word transport is defined as the removal of goods or persons from one place to another by a carrier. And a carrier? An individual or organization engaged in transportation for hire. In other words, paid service. The word driver is defined as one employed in conducting a coach, carriage, wagon, or other vehicle. The word employ is defined as synonymous with hire for compensation, a contract for pay. That contract is your driver's license. You apply, sign under penalty of perjury, and boom, you're employed by the state to operate their motor vehicle. Simply put, when you're charged with a traffic violation, you are being summoned into a court of commercial equity for a breach of trust for violating the commercial contract. This court of equity operates under Title 8 U.S.C. Section 7 Special Maritime Territorial Jurisdiction. Title 8 is the title for crimes and criminal procedure, and, curiously, also the same title which defines the term motor vehicle. This jurisdiction was extended inland by the Emergency Banking Relief Act of 1933, which amended Section 5B of the Trading with the Enemy Act of 1917 to include all areas within the United States. As a presumed 14th Amendment U.S. citizen, you're a resident alien in your state, whose sole purpose is engaging in commercial enterprise on behalf of the corporate United States. In the state definitions of motor vehicle and driver, there is no need to specify commercial. They presume it from your license and your residency. Learn more by searching Burn the Corporate Fiction on YouTube, Facebook, Rumble, and X.
And you work at Walmart, and you work in the automotive department, and there's a manager there, and he said, I'm going to pay you X amount of dollars per hour, and you have to show up here and put hours in as I say. And you go, okay, I agree to that. Now, what if the automotive guy tells you, I want you to show up on Sunday night at 2 o'clock in the morning when the store is not open? You could go to the manager of the Walmart store and say, this guy's trying to make me come in when we're not open. That's against your policy. The automotive manager cannot make you do something that's outside the jurisdiction of the Walmart store. Now, the Walmart store is in Detroit. This is a corporation. So now Walmart, because it's in Detroit, has to obey the rules of Detroit. Now, outside of Detroit is Michigan. It's a corporation, and Detroit is subject to the laws of Michigan. Now, Michigan is inside what is called the USA. It's another corporation, and Michigan is part of that corporation. Now, outside of this is the real USA, the original republic. Unfortunately, they sound the same. So people think that they're here when they've agreed to be in here. Just like you agreed to go here. And there's people that are wondering why the Constitution doesn't work in courts. Because the courts are here. So when you bring the Constitution in, they're going, that has nothing to do with us. You think you're here, but you're actually here. And that's the biggest problem. What you have to understand is this is subject to this. You just got to approach it in the right way. They don't tell you this, though. You're assuming you're here, and they will let you think that, but you're actually here. And you're there by agreement, just like Walmart. Now, there's another set of laws called the law merchant. This law merchant is a set of laws to govern what we call commercial law or admiralty law. Outside of this USA, and actually part of this Republic of USA, which is the original, this is where the Constitution is what's called the common law. So the United States was founded on the common law, as was Canada, and they are still both functioning, but you got to know how to invoke them. So once I understood this and I learned a little bit about a law merchant, and then I knew that Canada was a corporation, and I knew that the courts were just another corporation inside that, I started treating them like that. This is just business. And you guys are subject to these outside things. So as long as I'm out here, I'm above you. And so I started trying stuff. I went into court, and we usually wait outside the courtroom because I don't like doing all the bowing to the judge. It's very ritualistic. So we waited till my name got called, and we walked through the door. Big door up because it got paged. They obviously called the case in the courtroom, and then when I didn't show up, they paged outside. So we walked through the courtroom, and as I'm walking into the courtroom, the judge is running off the bench. Full flight. Cape blowing, out the door, and I went, what was that? Basic idea of how a jurisdiction works. This is you.